the ones that are talking the most shit, they locked it up. They ate cheese. And I see people go and say that those are the real ones. Real ones.
I want to address this because I know Dubs knows what he's saying on social media when he tells people that, you know, these content creators are out of their minds. They don't know what they're talking about when they say that I snitched, you know, and that I told and all this. Basically, if you see this, Dubs, come on. You went to the same school that I went to. You did. You did tell, you did snitch, you did tell people in law enforcement and or district attorneys or people, even people that work in the parole board. You know, they're tightly knitted together with COs and the police and DAs and everything. You know, their job is to really consider releasing you, so they really go through your stuff. You've often corrected people on using the word dropout. You said, no, dropout, you have to be somebody to be a dropout. On your papers, you know, you call yourself a dropout.
Inmate Vila, yes. Counseling is provided at training center. I would like to add, though, that the anxiety issue was when I was dropping out. It was a huge life change to me, and I had a lot of anxiety over that. It was DA basically turning my back on what I believed for so long, and fear of, you know, what if these kinds find out and they don't move me out in time? So that was when I had the anxiety. Deputy Commissioner Castro, do you regret having done it? Inmate Vila, no. No way. You talking about dropping out? 24 Deputy Commissioner Castro, yes.
So you're claiming to be something that you're not. First of all, that's first of all. Then you talk about who's after you. That if you're put certain places or around certain people, that they're going to take your win. You know that's a form of telling, snitching. That's not allowed. You know the game.
You start that. Inmate Villa, I went because they have to. It's a whole secret thing they have to do in the SHU, or else, they start trying to spear you. Deputy Commissioner Roberts, yeah.
Okay, so you know what you were doing when you did it. Bringing up Weddle Blunt on that he was higher than you, that you were somebody in the neighborhood, and I don't know if the DA knows or not, but this is the way it went, and Weddle Blunt was above you and had control of some city or something, whatever that part of your testimony or your speaking, it came out of your mouth. That's telling, Dubs.
Inmate Villa, October 20th, 2005 is when I checked in. When I checked in, there was only one person in Santa Barbara above me. I'm not sure if the DA knows it. Byron Blunt. They call him Wedo Blunt. He was the only person above me.
You know, I know, and anybody who's a regular and has been through the system knows that you straight out told.
Dubs told.
Same as Rene Enriquez, the same thing. You may not have had the details and had to go in deep on anybody, but you told.
Dubs told.
That's the point. So when you make videos trying to say you didn't, or you're trying to make yourself look like someone that you're not, come on. You're not fooling nobody. It's in black and white.
Dubs told.
You mentioned things that you shouldn't have mentioned, and basically you told for your own protection. It's obvious to everybody. You want to BS yourself, ponle, If you want to BS your subscribers, your viewers, the civilians that look to you for the truth and reality and what you're saying, ponle, Like, you talk a lot about all the work you put in and the shoe, you did this many years, and you only did like what, 8 years on the main line, and the rest were all locked up. You were locked up and you were already SNY. Nevertheless, the bottom line is you did most of your time on an SNY. You know, you have a lot of years unaccounted for. It was because you had already went to the other side, you know? But when you come out and you deny that you told, and that, you know, you're throwing some stuff on other content creators, saying that, like, you know, why do they say that? They don't know what they're talking about.
The ones that are talking the most shit, they locked it up. They ate cheese. And I see people go and say that those are the real ones. Real ones.
And then you're trying to make excuses. Everybody knows. It's plain. The people that need to know. So you're not fooling nobody but yourself. And a few civilians that depend on what you're telling them, because they just don't know. They've never been there. You know, so they're going ahead and taking what you say as solid. But little do they know that you're far from that, Dubs. You know it, I know it, Gunner knows it, Gunner knows it, Gunner knows it. You know, people don't like it or don't like you because you lie. You know, you lie about your deeds, man. You lie about who you're trying to portray. And on top of it, no matter how you cut it, no matter how you say it, come on, Dubs. You know, you're lying. You told, and that's just the way it is, you know. Dubs told. And yes, you did debrief. Yes, you did lock it up. Yes, you spent years on the SNY, more than you did on the main line.
The ones that are talking the most shit, they locked it up. They ate cheese. And I see people go and say that those are the real ones. Real ones.
Of course, behind the walls, you know what time it is. You know what it would be like, you know. My old ass would have to get, you know, do some crazy shit, you know. But keep it real. Just keep it real. People will probably be interested more on the majority of your time than this little piece of time that you did before you went out ass backwards, you know? I had to address this, well, I didn't tell. No, that's not snitching. And we all know what snitching is. We all heard it. We heard it from him himself. You know, yes, he did say what he said about Weddle Blunt. He had no business bringing that up to nobody. Nobody. That was nobody's business, especially law enforcement, DEA, prison officials. Nobody. You know, it was wrong. He told. You know, he told when they put him somewhere and he begged to be put in somewhere where he'd be safe because somebody was after him. They want to take his win. He even mentioned who it was. You know, so yeah, you told on them too, Dubs. You're so careful what you say and everything, but it's all there in black and white. So you're not fooling nobody, man. We all know what's up. Thanks for watching, people. God bless you. God bless your family. Stay safe. Stay free. Hey, prison, it's no joke. You know, especially when you get involved and you're not cut from that cloth, you end up like these two jokers. So be careful what you do, what you say, what you get involved with, man. Stay free, people. Family first. And help the homies move in excellence, especially the little homies. Help everybody move in excellence, but especially the little homies. You know, they need some schooling, some guidance. I know they don't know anything unless they're listening to somebody who's been there, done that. and that they trust as being straight, you know. Anyways, do what you can. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next video. Gracias.